Hello and welcome to another replay analysis 7.27D. This one's going to actually be a request from Fishy for apparently it's for her brother, whatever that means. I don't even know if it's a real brother or not, but nonetheless, it's going to be the Magnus here. This is going to be the Diamonds with a Z because he's very hip and cool and modern. Nonetheless, we're going to watch him from the mid lane. And okay, we're going to miss some kills first to begin with, because all we care about right now is the perspective of Diamonds in terms of the camera angle, to make sure that everything is legit, and to kind of see. And to be honest, I have no idea what rank this is and anything, so we're just kind of going in with this. Nice body block there, and it's going to go into the creep, or the range creep, to start things off. This is a semi-competitive game. Is GG, which unfortunately every time you type your own team name, you end up just calling the game. But nonetheless, you're up against T-Wolves here, and against the Storm. I think they're both kind of... I think that this is actually a 7.27C replay, so Magnus is a little bit stronger. Okay, so I don't think the items actually, or the abilities, excuse me, updated properly. But I'm pretty sure just with the date that this replay was used, it was actually right before the latest patch. But we'll find out in the game. Mind you, I still feel like Magnus is still very strong. So, and playstyle is definitely going to stick the same. So it's Immortal rank. Okay, excellent. We'll do some little, our due diligence in terms of what item this guy actually is. We'll look at his Dota buff later, just to make sure that, we're not being bamboozled right now. But Diamond's here, doing a pretty good job already. 3-0 versus the 9-2. A little bit behind, but Magnus can come back. And nothing to worry too much about, just because the fact that, he does have Empower, and he has ways to get, back in the game with the jungle camps nearby. He just needs to not get destroyed, which I think he's doing okay with, in terms of life, balancing out the mana. I mean, he could pop a skewer here and there, but you don't really need to... Ooh, okay. That last hit freaks me out a little bit. Okay, 11-3 versus the 6-1. And yeah, hang on. Actually, we'll change angles, or sorry, camera angles a little bit later. If you're new to my stream, new to my YouTube, note that the first 10-15 minutes I will watch exclusively what you're doing, so that we can kind of see exactly what you're doing wrong. Like right now, if it were me, I would probably have shifted the camera a little bit further down left. Like I can't really show it here, just because I feel like you have a little bit more real estate, and you can kind of see that high ground in the event that it comes up, just to make sure that you don't get ambushed by somebody. But he is a Immortal ranked player, so he probably knows more than I do. But for me, and if that's the case, you need to be a little bit more, I would say, a little bit more strict in terms of how you're looking, right? You're definitely look at the mini-map a little bit more. And your spatial awareness and, your hero awareness needs to be on point, making sure that all the calls are there, so that in case any of the other, supports decide to gank you or whatever and come on mid, you're going to have an issue. So... But he's been on point. Look at, he's caught back up. Look at the last hits, 14-6 versus 15-3. So you can definitely tell that there's a lot of skill. It's usually what happens is that one side ends up snowballing, right? And then they just get all these items and everything, and they just kind of dominate. And look at this guy. He's really doing well. I mean, he's taking the lead. He's actually got more denies than Storm. So this is a pretty good start. This is a definitely a really good lane, I would say. And he's actually started with 1, which is fine. It gives you stats. Definitely something you need to do. You don't really need boots like the other supports would need, because, again, you're really literally moving from, here to, here, right? So, okay, you're kind of getting a little low. You got a salve, preemptive salve. Very nice. And the charge is not going to be used. You do need to be a little bit careful. You skewer. Oh, you missed the skewer on the Storm, though. Playing a little dangerously, but he's got the salve. Nice little, I don't know if you saw that, but the little micro trip of taking it out and putting your backpack... Oh, but it canceled yourself. Okay, so now you play a little bit more carefully. But yeah, he literally took it out, and when you put it back in, there's 6 seconds, right? And so the reason why you do this is when you have the salve, it's percentage-based. So you actually get more of a... Sorry, it's not percentage-based. It's like a specific heal. But your percentage of life goes down so that you can heal more, so that when you get your stats back, it gives you the percentage back. I know that there's a lot of math involved, so, need to be a little bit careful here. He's got something on the chick. It's on the way. He's chopping trees a little bit faster just to get into the jungle camp here. He should be fine. He's got the salve on, and he does it again one other time. I don't know if you see this, but he needs to be careful. Storm is walking up. Oh, okay, okay. And he doesn't lose the salve this time, so he gets maximum value out of that. I mean, if you wanted the maximum value, you would take out all the items and then wait for the salve to completely go and then put it back in, but, you know, then you take the risk of dying. You can't really farm. You definitely don't have the stats for that. So it's 5 minutes here. Bristle got one. Oracle got one. So 2 there. Shadow Demon got one. And then there's going to be one other one. Can I not count to 4? Am I... Okay. 3 runes? Where's the other one? I don't even know. Somebody bottled it, I'm sure. Okay. So 5 minutes, 3-2. So... Okay. So Ignorant here getting the pull. Diamonds is looking to fight. He skewers him right back in, but he's level 6, and he actually, the Oracle comes out of nowhere, and he does get the kill. Nice little rotation there, right? So anytime you see somebody going a little over aggressive, you have to assume the worst, assuming that your teammate is not even there, right? It's not the worst of losses, right? In terms of like the last hits and everything, you're still kind of in it. I think let's look at net worth here. Yeah, I mean, it's going to put you back a little bit, but getting that kill definitely helped Storm. Wasn't first blood or anything, so not the end of the world, but now you got to protect your tower. You instantly place the ward. Hopefully you didn't see that. You got Empower still working for you, which is cool. Interesting enough, I don't know if you've seen this, but obviously he can't see this, but we can. But they actually have 2. Oh, the other one just... Where's the other one? Oh, here we go. 2 wards right there. 454, and this one's 120. So this guy is like, okay, I need to cover both my blind spots. Right? Super panicky. I mean, something you need to worry about is a Storm, because you definitely don't want to get, you know, dove on by this charging Spirit Breaker. So, yeah. I'm going to assume, I mean, any sort of team that's going to be playing semi-competitive or not, even Battle Cup, generally speaking, will play on a Discord server. So they're not going to be a lot of in-game chat and notifications. So I'm not going to fault anybody for that. But we're going to assume the worst or assume the best in the sense that they're all talking with one another and everything. A little bit more farming here. I'm just going to go bracers, 2 bracers, keep them a little just survival. Mind you, when Storm hits level 6, it's a little bit worrisome, just because you can start making moves. He can just kind of snowball onto you at any moment. It's level 7. Oracle's moving into position, the Fortune's End, and he's right on our tower. He should be fine. Yeah. He's going to empower himself one other time. Storm's an empty bottle, just something to note. And I like the fact that you actually clicked on the hero. Right? Like, these are the small things. I'm not clicking on any hero right now. So all the things that we're seeing is exactly how he played it. But if you click on him, you can kind of know, is he bottling something? Does he have some sort of, like, haste rune? Does he have, you know, invis? All of these things can potentially affect you in laning. Because if you decide to be aggressive, he turns it on up. And he's got, like, a DD or something like that. So he can kind of catch you off guard. So not only are you farming well... I mean, you're 54 and 8, right? Still top in terms of the last hits. I think net worth, you're a little bit behind. But you're still, like, able to come back into the game. And you deny that rune, which is great. Making sure that the Storm wasn't able to bottle that. And here's a charge. Oh, you've got an Ancient stack to deal with. Props to your Shadow Demon. He literally, and he disrupts you, because why not? It will definitely help in tanking all of these Ancients here. But yeah, it's going to make short work of this with Empower. Look at that. He's like, oh shit, now I got to tank it. Okay, salve on up. Look at that. Your teammate and 3 little neutral items. Past 7 minutes. That's the first level, right? Oh, but here comes Storm. Oh, he has to RP for this. Oh, he gets gone on here. And the bristles there. And he's going to lose a couple of Ancients through it all. You got the disruption there. I mean, I think it was just off cooldown, but... That was a panic moment, like a I'm gonna pee my pants kind of moment. But he's got no mana now. I don't think that was. I'm not 100% sure if that was the best play by Storm. I mean, yeah, you secured the Magnus there, and you got how much gold for that? You got 268 for that. You might have killed an Ancient or 2. I'm not sure, but I think Magnus got the majority of that, and that's a really nice stack. And of course, look at this. You know what I mean? It's still neck and neck. But yeah. Alright, so you go back and you killed the last one. So you can't leave any witnesses behind, so to speak, in terms of this massacre that you left behind of that Ancient stack. And you've given the lane up. So you've been able to jungle. It's going to be about 10 minutes now. And yeah, dewarding that Probably should have done that earlier. Junk? Is that how you pronounce his name? I'm not sure. But it's about 10 minutes. It's a good time to get into position for that 10-minute rune, which is also juicy. Mind you, Oracle? Oracle did manage to steal that rune. He paid with his life, though. Top lane is going to be empty again. 5 to 10 minutes is kind of worrisome against that Night Stalker, who, of course, is very strong at night, seeing as he's Batman and he's Bruce Wayne now. But Troll is completely swap lanes. They've made the change on in. They got the pullback one time. The Shockwave is going to slow him down. Storm does get the kill on him. And this is going to be Storm life, right? Yeah, he does this, but he's got no mana, right? So, I mean, overall, it's worth it, right? You got a kill, you got DD, you got something out of it. So, definitely worth it there. Hoxic is getting gone on here. They've got the ult of the Shadow Demon just slowing him down. He should die. He's got nowhere to go. It's an 8-6, less than 1k. It's pretty much 50-50 on this one. What is this thing called? Demon Purge. Here we go. Alright, so, net worth is kind of around. Alright, let's go to free cam it. Let's kind of get the big picture now. I think that the laning was fine. I think you came out on top on that one. I mean, you did as well as you could have. Obviously, getting jumped on there was more of like an ancient... It was more of an observer. That was like a clutch observer. Seeing that you can see exactly where this Magnus is going, getting that stack and whatnot. But Fortune's End is now going to be used on the Spirit Breaker. He's going to get gone on, but I think he's fine, especially with the tower so close. He's going to take a little bit of damage here. That should be it. Storm is a level 11, is looking to get Orchid up first. Magnus, on the other hand, what was your first item? Okay, Echo, yeah, that's the way to go. Helps with their farm. You got a 3-man rotation going top. It's going to put a little pressure there. Troll is here, does have drums. I kind of like this. I just feel like instead of going like the first big item, I feel like just drums is just in general. Well, actually, sorry, this is 100% the right way, considering this is 7.27C. There's no debate now. Okay, you got the charge in. Find Tiny, who did get the avalanche off. Toss, but yeah, that's not going to do much. And the Shockwave pulls him back, and Hoxic is going to go down. Diamonds to look for more. Night Stalker ult has now been used. He's looking to hide in the trees. But Batman's like just going to run into the Bat Cave. He should be fine. Oracle gets away as well. The courier does not. Rip to the DHL delivery man. So, decent rotation. Obviously, you got, you know, Tiny. You pushed away the Night Stalker, who's had to ult for just to save himself. And it looks like you're going to look to take the tower, which is great. It's all about objectives. Alright, so more of Empower. And actually, you're casting it on your supports. High five to you. I've seen some Magnuses that are like, nah, I'm not even going to waste time casting it on my supports. It's all me. We're going to go Blink up next. You've got Echo already. Good power spike. Notice that once they got the first big item, they made a play happen. They did something with it, right? They weren't like, oh, I just got it. I'm just going to continue to farm. These are power spikes, and these are definitely some things you need to kind of look out for, especially when you're trying to do what you can. So, all right. Windows phone users struggling with my Nightbot. It's a better love story than Twilight, I think. Nonetheless, Magnus a little bit more farm. Hasn't been able to get too much, and this is kind of where Storm has quieted down a bit, right? He hasn't been able to find the right pickoffs. I feel like he's been farming or whatever. He's still like close to top of net worth. But as a Storm, when you're kind of getting in that groove or whatever, you're hitting past 7. I feel like you need to be making more moves, but you've gotten Orchid now, and I feel like this is a pretty big power spike. Things that kind of, or can survive are far and few in between, especially at this stage of the game. You've got the Nether Strike on the Bristle, and he thought he could kind of outlast that. The Storm zips on in, he's looking for the Shadow Demon, he's got the Silence, and here comes the RP, coming from downtown. Wow, the Skewer, RP, Shockwave pulls them all in. And you've turned that around. High five to you, because most times as a support, my Magnus lets me die, because he's like, nah, I don't want to waste RP here. So making plays. Joel here just cutting the creeps. This will officially push. Troll's getting kind of scary. He's got probably his defusal on the way. Let me just make sure. And he's got a wounded courier. But, you know, sometimes when you're delivering in COVID times, You gotta be a little careful. And they do find him, the charge on in, and that's a dead Oracle. Did not foresee that one. Night Stalker running around trying to stay alive. He does have Dark Ascension, but he's gonna use it defensively. He's looking to find this Treant who's like, oh shit, he can see me. He has the high ground, but the charge is there. The troll is kind of fighting, but it's really difficult to get into. Bristle comes on in, and love is coming through. And the silence is now gonna be used. And here comes the storm. He's going to zip on in. He gets the silence up on the troll, but a nice disruption there. Shadow Demon will probably pay with his life. He's looking to fight this. He turns it up, and that's a dead storm, so that's definitely worth it. He gets the Night Stalker as well, and he wants the Bristle, and love is going to go down right there. By the way, love, if you don't know, is in the show You, which, by the way, is quite good. Anyways, that's a little off topic, but we're going to continue on forward. McDonald's here. Wormer, McDonald's SG. I'm pretty sure he's not sponsored by McDonald's because, you know, I've asked them if they want to sponsor me, and they were like, no, go to Burger King. So, that said, I'm pretty sure this is not going to happen. We got the Treant TPing in the mid lane. Nature's Grasp can continue to push. Troll might as well get that free tower while you're at it. The charge in, and that's going to be jebaited by an illusion there. Troll does have Diffusal, which is going to make like quick work. Obviously, we saw that against that storm. So, blink on here. Thank you, Windows Phone users. Apparently, my Nightbot doesn't like compliments. By the way, Nightbot and we're kind of seeing each other. We're kind of exclusive right now. So if you're gonna compliment me, my Nightbot will defend our relationship to the end. But okay, here, toss, avalanche, one out at a time. The 3-man RP, yeah, the toss is there, but he's looking to go. Somebody gets popped. And he's looking to fight that. That was actually the Spirit Breaker. He does die. Night Stalker is going to try to run for his life, but he gets destroyed by Wormer coming through like a freight train. And do they want more? They've gotten 2 so far. They got the Tiny as well as the Night Stalker. And Shadow Demon has Glimmer. Great support item, especially now. Force is definitely not as good, especially when that storm zips on you. So, Windows Phone users, hey, get off my Nightbot, all right? Okay, so I can't believe someone's actually fighting with my Nightbot. All right. oh, Vampire Fangs. Magnus does have the broomstick. Night Stalker's back in play. It is Batman time. I mean, this is Gotham City. You got to find all the villains. You got to make something happen. But this, by the way, I feel like I know this person. Yuna gets disrupted here. And Skewer on back, really nice into the one place, like on an island, literally. And he's been netted. False Promise is now going to be used and look to turn this. And he's trying to fly away, but False Promise is like keeping him alive just for now. And this guy will explode. Pop goes a whizzle, kind of like a pimple. Tiny goes down as well. 3 for nothing so far. This is looking into a disaster. Charge on forward and love. Gets another struck back into the waiting arms of Diamonds, who's going to look to just turn this on up. Shockwave. He actually misses that skewer. What was that? That was embarrassing. But Diamonds, apparently if you're ranked Immortal and you're playing semi-competitively, you can make mistakes like that and still style. Maybe it was a BM thing. We'll say it's a BM thing. I'm pretty sure it wasn't, but we're going to pretend like it was. And Magnus has Orchid as well. Going to make life very difficult for the Storm. Magnus here is going to be getting BKB, and what do? They got a nice little team fight there. Bristle's not there, alive for 22 seconds, and they've turned this right into Roshan. Really quick play there. So he's going to go on in. You got Troll, who's going to just, oh, he's like, all right, I was going to take this. Nah, bro, I'm going to stand from afar and just kind of heal back on up. And we're going to turn this back. I feel like this guy's like freaking out a little bit. Like when Troll goes angry like that, he's got Aegis, he's good to go. Alright, and Treant is going to fix the bottom lane. They're going to stick together. Are they going to smoke? Look at this guy. He's got 2 smokes. This is super awkward. Like, do you need them in both? Like your left pocket, right pocket? Like, can't you put them together? Anyways, they smoked on up here. They found Bristle from the low ground. And Bristle just wants to farm. He's got Lotus Orb, but the Nether Struck, oh, he got actually hit back. And here comes the Avalanche. And he actually tosses back the Magnus, but that's probably not the one you want. He does have Orchid if he wants to go. They get the nice disruption here. Spirit Breaker sticking around. They got the charge just to kind of slow him down. Probably going to be a dead Tiny. What are we going to have for breakfast? Rocks. Apparently, RP's been used. Yuna gets skewered on back, but to the right underneath the tier 2 tower, and that's going to be a dead Night Stalker. We're having Batman for breakfast. And this is going to look to turn into a T2, and they've been very systematic with how they've been playing. Storm, though, really zero impact. He zips on in. He does get the silence up on Treant. He pulls him back. He does get him JC. He's going to have to pray to Jesus Christ. But no, he goes down. Not even Jesus can save you, Treant. Not even Jesus. Disruption here. Blink on forward. Gets the nice little skewer. Catches back. Blah, 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 blah. Lotus Orb is going to stop a little bit of this, but he's taking a decent amount of damage, especially with the... oh my gosh, I keep forgetting what the Demonic Purge is there and all that, and that's going to be a dead Bristle. Zip on in, just trying to get... trying to cut the creeps. Obviously, Shadow Demon quick on the disruption. Toss on back on those illusions. And leaving the ranged racks, perfect, right? Nice disengage here. Everybody's a little low. Oh! But the storm catches him out. Blink away. Are you going to get the rune? He's like, do I get it? Do I get it? Nah, bro. No, bro. It's not worth it. Not worth it. Oh, and he skewers away at the right time. Look at that 6th sense. He's got Invis. He's going to look to fight this. Troll is there. Buyback coming back from Spearbreaker. He's going to Shockwave. Is he going to get away? Oh, he gets blown up. The false promise is there. Troll is like, nah, bro. I don't want to catch. I just want to farm. So the charge is coming through, but no. That's going to be the T2 mid. That was an easy game for your brother. Yeah. So it looks like it's looking like a pretty clear-cut victory in this one. I mean, they've been really on point with the rotations. They've limited it. And I felt like Storm is he's playing very timid. This is like the big thing. Like, he was definitely winning in the laning phase. And the fact that, like, Storm wasn't really able to continue the snowball and to kind of just control this game, which is what you want as a Storm. He played it very passively, and he made sure that, like, he was trying to get Orchid. And I understand the reason why you do this, because obviously Orchid is such a huge power spike. But as a Storm, you need to ensure that you farm the enemy team, right? You don't actually need to go back in the jungle. And they wasted a lot of time, and they let the team come back. And once Troll got the defusal, it was pretty much GG. There was a fight in the bottom, T1 right here. And Troll, once he destroyed the Storm, I was like, this game is over, right? So... JC here just kind of pushing the bottom lane. Has Meteor Hammer, because why not? Especially when you're able to push. And, I mean, this is kind of how you play Treant. I don't think that the Meteor Hammer is a bad item by means. Especially since you can cast it from Invis. And you just kind of hit and run. You just kind of constantly split push. And you create a lot of space for your team. Bristle here has been a rough game. It's been a rough game for this guy. 1-8-5. He's been skewered back, just out of position. Game, like, fight after fight after fight, man. Lotus Orb doesn't do anything. You've got the defusal. He's going to just try to Fortune's End that away, purge that. It looks like they're going to take the T3, and this is the second one. I mean, the top one is still open. The RP catches on to 2. Really nice blink there. The Oracle somehow gets out of that one. I don't know what happened with him, but he gets on the Storm zips on forward. The Dark Ascension is now going to be used. He's going to look to man fight this, but Yuna, not that strong. And yeah, he gets killed there. Buybacks are coming. Oracle and the Night Stalker both have to buy back, and this is going to be T3, but I don't think you can really do anything. Yeah, the Magnus is low, but he does have Orchid. He has a stick. Storm one other time just doing... Yeah, he's got damage, but he's being healed right now by the Treant heal, and he's got BKB. So if he really gets committed on, he has ways to survive this. Okay, all right. So I think that was super weird. There were like trains crossing one another, but Glimmer now on back. They got the racks, what they wanted. They got the nice little avalanche that catches on to 2. The disruption is going to save him. Magnus is going to get very low. He's going to pop BKB now. He looks to fight. He shockwaves him right back. And he's going to continue to fight. Tiny goes down, and he's like, okay, you want to go on me? He's like, no. Let's go. Let's go. And that's a triple kill for Wormer. I hope that they win out this game super fast, and then McDonald's sponsors them. Oh, but he's getting really low. Magnus playing a little too close. Treant's like it was on cooldown, man. Seriously, it was on cooldown, but they've called GG, and that's going to be the game. Wow. Wow. Very fast game. So, Glap Glap with the win. But thank you, Fishy, for that game. Obviously, Ranked Immortal. This is a semi-tournament. I believe is Epulze, one of these things. And mind you, this is also 7.27C, so another reason why Magnus needed to have gotten nerfed. You saw that guy like, yeah, I got killed or whatever, and he didn't have even the greatest of lane, but he was able to catch up. The self-empower was just too strong. But yeah, thank you for the game, the replay submission, Fishy, and we'll go into the next game. If you like what I do, please give a like and subscribe on my YouTube. I'm going to put all my videos there, but you can catch me live. I actually stream some Dota as well, and I play some games, and... yeah, so just feel free to give a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you.